Hey internet, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a little while since I've uploaded anything on this channel. Even though I have been vlogging, I've probably not really stopped vlogging since the last time I uploaded, but I just haven't felt like uploading any of it. And I'm going to go into it a little bit more into this video. This video is going to just be me here talking. So if you don't like those sort of videos, feel free to leave. But I don't really think I'm going to be vlogging multiple clips and then putting them together. It's going to be a bit of a sit down. Let's have a talk. Let's see how everyone is doing. I never even thought to do this video until I think last Friday when I hung out with some of my friends online, and it really just helped make me feel so much better. So for those of you who don't know, I live in Melbourne, Victoria, Australia, and right now we are in our second lockdown, kind of essentially we're in a second wave of the whole illness going around, and we are in stage 4. We're about middle of the way, maybe past middle of stage 4, which essentially is at a very high level. You can't leave your house unless it's like for work, but even then you have to be like a permitted worker. You can only leave your house for like certain reasons like medical work, groceries, that sort of stuff. But even then, only one person of the household can leave once a day. And you can leave the house for exercise, but it can only be for an hour. And anytime you leave the house, it has to be within 5 kilometers of where you live. I'm assuming work would be different. For me, I've been working from home since March, April, so that rule really doesn't apply to me, but everything else kind of does, because as you guys would have seen, I often do my grocery shop with Tobias. We go together. Weekends are just running errands together. It's something we really love to do, and now we can't do that together because only one person in the house can leave. So for the most part, we've been doing everything online, but occasionally when somebody has to go do something, I have to do it by myself, or Tobias does it by himself, and so we're not really together. So it has impacted us a little bit more than, say, the previous lockdowns where I almost felt like nothing in my life had changed. The 5 kilometer thing also kind of sucks because where we live, it's quite limited on where we can go. All the places we usually go are quite a bit further than where we are. So yeah, not complaining, just wanted to kind of give context as to what I mean by lockdown, because I know every country in the world is doing some sort of lockdown, but it's all different depending on what city, state, country, all sorts of stuff. And even then, when I talk about numbers, like today was 116, 119 new cases. For a lot of people, that's quite low, I guess. Like, I'm assuming in America, for most cities, that would be considered low. That's pretty good now for Melbourne, Victoria, because at one point we were in the 700s, but it's still not low enough for us to properly exit the lockdown. The one thing that I want to talk about, which really did kind of touch me, I guess, is that when the lockdown first happened, which is when I was vlogging, I didn't realize that I was being really badly affected by it mentally. Like, I thought I was fine. I love being at home. I don't feel the need to go physically out and see my friends because I talk to them so much online anyways. I feel like I have hair in my face. Yeah, it's just, I love being at home, and everything I do is easily done in the confines of my house or my backyard. So I really felt like I'd be fine. And I don't know what it was about this last lockdown, but it was really starting to impact me. And the only analogy I could think of was kind of like being in a room where you've always been comfortable. And I'm quite, I wouldn't say short, but like I'm 5'2", so I guess maybe that's on the shorter side. And the ceiling is just sort of coming down on you. And the ceiling now is just yay high. So I can still stand, I can still do everything, but I can really feel it coming down. And I think that's what essentially this last lockdown has felt like. And so subconsciously, it's been affecting my mental health a little more than I realized until probably a week or two when I was like, wow, small things at work are making me really upset. Every time I click through YouTube or anything, there's always something about what's going on around us. I've been recently spending more time on Reddit, but more on the financial forums. But even that, like anywhere you go, it's cropping up. And I guess this video doesn't help because I'm talking about it soon. But yeah, I think I just realized that my resilience for day-to-day things was really taking a toll. I really thought that I would just need to take some time off work. And it sounds crazy because people are losing their jobs and people like want work. And I'm sitting here feeling that I can't handle any sort of human interaction or work. What's strange enough, I eventually kind of got out of it myself because I think I just kind of started to get used to it. But what really helped was that when I did a gaming night, we played Heart of the Swarm with some of my friends on Friday, and we were just doing like random chit chat at the start of the day, start of the game session, which was in the evening, and I feel like and one of them just started talking about how he's been really going through it. I mean, like me, he works from home, his wife can work from home, so in that sense, they're fine. But I think what was really getting to them is, one, they don't qualify for childcare, so their children are at home, which is a bit of a nightmare for them trying to manage like full-time work and kids. And my friend is a real extrovert, so he loves to go out. He will literally go to very crowded shopping centers on Christmas Eve or Boxing Day just to be with the crowd because he loves crowds. And so he said that for him, being able to go to certain shopping centers or shops or places to escape on the weekend, I guess escape's a bad word, but just more like just to, feel good about just to go out. He couldn't do that anymore. And so it was really like coming down on him. And then I had another friend who was there she is probably one of the most resilient people I know. Everything is just water on a duck's back for her, which is what I really admire about her. She was starting to second guess things about her friends, like if people wouldn't message her back in time, she would like question if something was going on. That is not like her at all. So I kind of realized that, hey, this lockdown actually is affecting a lot more people and my friends. Like I see it on the news, I see the mental health stuff coming up in the news. And the thing is, I think nobody at work really talks about it. Like everyone just cracks on with work. I also work in IT, so it is very male dominated, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but like people just are like machines. They just keep going, and in meetings we don't really talk about it. And so it was hard to gauge. It is still hard to gauge if people at work are feeling okay. There is one person who did reach out just to see how I was doing, and I really appreciate that because I think she was doing it tough as well. So that this like really touches me, but for the most part I couldn't tell if anyone was like suffering. So it sounds bad that my friend's suffering made me feel less bad for suffering myself, but and that's not what I mean. I just think I felt less alone knowing that it was okay to feel like this, even though I feel like I should not complain. I don't really have a right to complain. Nothing has really turned upside down in my life in any real negative way. So yeah. And now I feel actually way better. This week has been weirdly good. The things that used to bother me, they still kind of do, which means that I don't think I'm quite out of the situation yet. I mean, to be fair, I did start a new role at my main job, so that's probably part of it, just trying to understand all that. But there's been a lot of changes in my life as well, and that's part of what I wanted to go through. But I guess my point is, first and foremost, I want to know how you guys are doing, because I figured that if knowing that my friends made me feel less alone because they felt the same way I did, then I'm hoping that if you're watching this vlog and you are going through it as well, even though you feel like you shouldn't be going through it, well, no, I think it's okay to feel the way you feel, and I hope that you're doing okay. And if you're not doing okay, then leave me a comment down below. Watch some happy videos. That's what's been helping me a lot, just watching a lot of fun videos. And I think it's okay to distract yourself. I've started playing more video games, which I never thought I would, because I always felt recently that video games took away from my goals in life in terms of being productive and doing that side hustle and all that. But I think my mind and emotion just need moments of blah and just escapism. So yeah. My point of this vlog is just to let you guys know that you're not alone, and I hope you're doing okay. So, why have I not been vlogging? For all those reasons. That's why I didn't want to upload the vlogs, because I realized that the vlogs were just very low energy, and I don't think this vlog is super high energy, but I think I'm in a much better headspace now. This is why I felt like it was time to release something. and a lot has changed. About a month ago, I took on a second job, which I was very nervous for because I wasn't sure how I'd manage the time, and I'm still kind of nervous because I don't know if I'm managing time very well. It's part-time, it's on top of my day job, so I have my normal 9 to 5 job, and then in the evenings, weekends, I work this second job, which is still in IT. It's kind of related to my first job in that sense, like very similar industry. I mean, everything I do is digital, which is good because it makes it very easy to work from anywhere. I never thought I would take on an official second job. Still doing YouTube, still doing vlogs, still doing all the side hustle stuff. That's not going to stop. That was probably one of the things I wanted to make sure with myself, is that I would not stop any of that because that is so important to me. But I think I was spending a lot of time just bludging and looking for things to watch on YouTube. Like literally, when I think about it, I probably spent a good 8 to 16 hours a week just wasting time on YouTube and letting my mind just turn into a blob. And so I figured I could use some of that time to make a little bit of extra money, get a little bit of extra experience, and work with some people that I really love to work with. So yeah, that's new. But if you've been watching my planner channel, none of this is new. I probably keep that channel most up to date because I am filming so real time on that channel, which is good. And I really appreciate some of the comments people leave me where they thank me for uploading, to like keeping a normal rhythm despite everything going on. And I'm like, no, thank you for watching my videos and commenting. That gives me sanity. That makes me feel really good. Yeah, and the shop has been going well as well. I was really bummed out when I had to, did I mention this in this? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I mentioned it in a previous vlog. I had to stop taking international orders because of all the things going on, and it would just take too long for things to deliver, and customers just get really irate over stuff like that. So I thought, you know what, to save myself the stress, not going to accept any international orders. But the Australian market picked up, came through, and is keeping me busy, which is good. So I've been working on some new releases, which is making me happy because of fresh content. I also opened up a Shopify shop. So I'm on Etsy and Shopify now. This Shopify shop is still very dodgy looking because I have not spent any time designing it. That is something on my list of things to do. I'm not sure actually whether I should hire someone out to do that just to save me a bit of time. But I just don't have the headspace for it right now. So I'm just leaving it. And I always find that if I'm really productive and happy with my flow of work, it's a bit of a struggle to figure out how vlogging fits in day to day. For me, vlogs were really easy if I would just vlog one day, because usually it would be a day out or a specific subject to vlog about. But when it came to just like my daily life, I did it for a while because I wanted to kind of document my feelings of how I was going from like working in an office to working at home and dealing with a pandemic. But now it's just same, and I'm honestly not super inspired to be doing those type of vlogs. So I really don't know what sort of vlogs I'll upload on this channel. Yeah, I have no idea. Sometimes I feel like I still want to do that. Sometimes I just want to do topic specific stuff. Maybe I'll do like a cook with me. Maybe I'll do like a clean with me. Maybe I'll start doing like house renovation stuff when we start taking that a little more. Like that's all slowed down because of everything. But when that starts to pick up again, maybe I'll do that. I have really no idea. Yeah, so that's kind of like, sorry, I have no idea, but I will try and think of videos to put on here. It's really just a hodgepodge of whatever doesn't suit my other channels. Anyways, that's my update. And yeah, again, I really hope you guys are doing okay. That was actually the main reason I wanted to upload a vlog. Otherwise, I could have easily gone another couple months without uploading anything. But I did want to check on you guys, especially those living in Melbourne, just because I think we can relate to each other so much more. I hope you're staying safe. We have like 3 more weeks to go, and we'll get through this. Thank you so much for watching. This is Lena reporting from my room. Back to you, internet.